Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a trading card game with so many decks to choose from. Players have lots of choices, from structure decks to constructing your own decks. Players try to take their deck to the top. But with so many options, how do you decide? In this series, I'll be taking 3 Albaz structure decks and upgrading the deck every week with $20 to try to make the most competitive deck out there. And to take this to the top of the competitive scene to show everyone out there that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is able to be played on a budget and you can go at your own pace. Throughout the series, we'll be covering a bunch of different variations of the deck to help us get to the top. Stay tuned because this is branded budget. And for our budget this week, we're opening 3 Dawn of Majesty. Yeah, so these packs don't really, MSRP value is definitely significantly higher. Don't you dare, Tom. And see what we pull in here.
Doing a little bit of trolling.
Oh, we pulled a knight. Whoa! That's correct!
It's an opening!
We kind of need to have a busted opening. Is it Ecclesia in this set?
No.
No, I was going to say, could you imagine Starlight Ecclesia?
It's both.
Okay, so get rid of start.
Opening.
It's an opening? Nope. Got 2 super so far. Not that great, but we did get a Chimera last week, so it's okay. What kind of do for some badness?
Yugioh.
What are we thinking is in this?
Masquerade.
If we get a Masquerade, that's gonna be insane. Oh, Link Apple. Well,
I'm just too good at it.
trash.
I'm just too good at it.
Well, we got 3 supers for our budget this week. That's
Look for tragedies.
What? Oh yeah, we could look through tragedy. That's a good idea.
And theater.
Not looking too
You
hard.
got theater.
What?
Theater. I feel 12.
Where do you see a theater? I do not see a theater, bro. No theaters.
Oh, that's balance of theater.
We got no good useful cards in this. We got a Link Apple.
Here,
Well,
you want to
I
trade?
mean, you
wanna
made
trade
your
our
money
bulk?
back like tenfold just
What?
from that one.
You wanna trade?
No, I'm not trading your bulk.
You can. I'll take all that and I'll give you these 2.
That's actually worth it.
I'll take everything that you pulled and I'll give you a tragedy, and that's all I pulled. Oh, I got branded bond as well. I don't know if you want.
No, I don't need that one. Let me think if this is worth it. This is not even worth it, but
Oh, here's another branded bond.
it comes in the structure deck.
And more importantly, you need to play this card. Now give me all that.
No. I think we're gonna keep this.
Where are my other super twisters now?
It's so bad.
Listen, you're gonna make more use out of that. You're gonna
Offer
get way more use out of
decline.
this.
So for this week, these are our 6 cards we can change in. There's no point of putting in the Chimera due to the fact that we don't have any cards. I mean, we could have put in Poly, and then, you know, maybe summon it. Chances are we're not going to be able to. We can't even use this off of like Albion, so we're not going to end up using Chimera this week. These cards are all useless. So yeah, looks like we're not making any changes this week, but Chimera is still pretty huge. So here we're just entering locals. We have our OTS. Got Break Sword again. Oh, fuck that card. Nordic top 4 deck profile coming soon, boys. So here we're just playing game 1. We're just playing against Jason here. I think he's playing Utopia. So we're just shuffling up the deck, and yeah. He's normally on Sword Soul. The deck really can OTK, so we're just gonna, you know, go over it. He makes me go first, he bricks, and then he's just has enough of Utopia. I have Shadal Monster. Not really sure what these cards do. I just know they attack for big and they have like monster effects. Just reading what that card does. It's a negate, so I add Shaddoll Fusion. Read that card again and see what the equip does. Activate Shaddoll Fusion, sending here. I send Beast and Wendy. I just show my chain link. He just was wondering what I did in order, so I showed it. And I ended up getting App Clone negated. Should have put it in defense because he can OTK. Layer of Darkness for Mercurier. Try to Albaz that away and get negated, so then we just kind of pass. Oh, I guess we go the Dark Lop. That's not going to do very much. And yeah, from here we just get OTK'd, so that's game 1. Not very good. Yeah, we're just siding here. You know, sometimes we just forget, you know, that they can OTK. But yeah, definitely keep that in mind. Summon App Clone and in defense, especially over like when monsters are too big. So, and here I go first with Branded Fusion. Maybe I make him go first and he can't do anything. Yeah, that's what it is. And then I go Lubellion to Mirror Jade and set 2. Thinking like, okay, I don't want to get OTK'd here. Just have a defensive card. So he sets 3. He opened obviously pretty bad. And here Schism. No, I Resh, summon back. That's right. And then I Winda, thinking, you know, he can't really OTK me through that. Then I activate Change of Heart and Imperm over my Winda. So I Change of Heart target, Mirror Jade, activate Mirror Jade, and he still had enough to OTK me here, so not much we could do, but yeah. Reading that card, if it counts as Utopia, if I could just, you know, negate his Utopian graveyard, but yeah. He ends up taking the dub here, but it's alright, we take those, so that was game 1. And here we're playing versus Ethan. He plays Despia branded, Bat Full Power. We met him at the regionals, and he was in Nova Scotia, so he decided to head up at our locals for today. He goes first, setting up a good board. I did Valor the Aluber, and then I Gamma the Mirror Jade. I should have done it in reverse and Gamma that Mirror Jade. So, I mean, Gamma the Aluber, so it got off field, but, you know, it is what it is. Here we have a Lair of Darkness for Bergens, and we get the Albaz, but he does Mirror Jade that, so it doesn't really do anything. We make Lubellium, but it doesn't do much. And then we somehow make Construct. Oh wait, Lubellium's effect. And he burns in red, summons out Chimera, pops the board. Not much we can do there. We do activate Snow, trying to protect ourselves, but it didn't really do much. We're trying to make him, you know, fall for the bait. And then we realized it's just not worth it, so we just scoop. Game 2, we screwed up again. We sided in Tikaboo. I don't know why. We sided in Tikaboo and the Spellcasters. We were going to go first and hope to make Winda and use the Spellcaster. We did draw both, so we bought Tikaboo and Spellcaster. Garbage board, so we just set. He opened up, you know, the stones, standard, lost, and Branded Fusion. Just so good. And yeah. Lubellion effect going out. And yeah. Tikabooing. Not doing anything here at all, and he's just able to OTK us. Just takes him a few seconds. I believe he normal summons Albaz. Yeah. No effect. Get branded in red. Make that and just attack for game here. So here are our final match of the event. We're playing against Thomas. He's not playing Sword Soul today. He's playing a fun deck. We were discussing how, you know, sometimes it's just fun to not play meta all the time, and he's playing a Orca something build. I don't really know. I didn't know before we started playing. I started off by activating Branded Fusion. We have a lot of Shaddoll cards, which I keep finding is an issue. And then I just go through all the Shaddoll cards and I end up wanting more of them, but I really want less. He activates Tuning here. Scared him and hit on one of the Orcus cards, but we didn't, so we're good. he goes Korobane, and that we notice he's trying to go into, I believe it's either a Hulk or that Soken play. We just stop that right away. He goes into a Pega Ruler. Mill's kind of bad, but takes Fox. Oh yeah, he's playing all the Foxy cards, or not the Foxy, but the Punk cards. So we just start going into long game here. He makes the new Hyper End Destroyer or whatever, but he doesn't remember that once he attacks and all that stuff, that he's gonna have less life. I'm gonna have less life than him. So he ding sends, and it just activates Wendy, and then he sets it, reading, make sure it's right. He attacks into it, it just activates, protects with ding, because I can't target the psychic end, and then he just goes into Orcus, because he knows his monsters are going to get destroyed during the end phase, so he's trying to get some setup, and yeah, adds that so he can activate the Babel, so we can play during my turn. And during the end phase, we're playing with some shenanigans. Summon out Mirror Jade, try to get some kind of play going on with not Super Poly, but Albaz. Then during his turn, he activates that, getting at the ding, and I get Schism set with App Cologne, and then I activate Schism during standby phase and goes main phase, and then I activate sending the Girsu and get him on the window. It's pretty strong. Just making sure I was understanding what he was doing right. Didn't want to summon the 2 tokens. But yeah, then he activates wands for summoning ding, and then attacking into it or descending. I'm not quite sure. He sent, and I activate it, summoning out Winda here, so it can't beat me. Then I ended up getting that off the top, and no card, so I discard, but then it activates, so we can set Beast, set 2 more, and long game 1. I can't attack directly. I should have just snowed, set the thing so I could then attack directly, because it forgets what it was used to summon, but I didn't. Made Dark Law here, start beating him down. He activates Gizmek. I think he has 4 cards left in deck, but we sent to graveyard, or we banish it off of Schism, because it gets sent to graveyard, but any card gets sent to graveyard gets banished instead. So he's just doing some Orcus plays in 2022, and yeah, looks at his deck, sees how many cards he has left, and just tries, because why not, right? Just slowly beating us over here. Makes some cool link too that pops a card. He pops Schism, and then he activates some graveyard effects, and I have Meisters, so I just negate. Pretty cool card there, coming in clutch, and yeah, beat over, and then Fairy Tale Snow. I should have activated the effect, setting the construct for it to be able to summon again, but I didn't. But slowly we just beat him over, and we just end up attacking for game. He ends up scooping, so we did that there. And yeah, so here we're just going to game, no, we're still going. He's going to scoop. Yeah, he scooped here. So we're just going to game 2, and yeah, I think we're just talking a little bit about the deck, what some of the cards do, why he chose that, and then we're just end up going to game 2 here. So I go first, and I have a really bad hand as always. He has Gizmek during my turn, so he banishes 8 cards. He has a tuning again, and he hits Girsu, goes for and he activates the effect, I believe. No, he attacks. I send Beast. Beast is so strong because it just draws so many cards and discards. He goes here into a Hulk play. I Veiler it, and then I think he attacks or something. I don't know. No idea here. I end up making that Albion, and then he... Oh yeah, here I make Construct. I was trying to figure out what I could make here. I definitely really need to get me some Branded Reds, because I activate Lubellion. I can't really search for anything but Branded Fusion with Lubellion and Graveyard. But yeah, he activates Super Poly, which is kind of crazy. Because, you know, it's really good against a deck that's not very good. We end up getting the Schism access, and, you know, it's super strong against Orcust. Really, you know, going from the start. And then we just, you know, make Dark Claw with a monster. We do have the 2 Meisters in hand. So we're just saving them for, like, really powerful effects. Like his Orcust cards, and he can't really play, so he ends up scooping here, and we just take the dub. So now that we're back from locals, I definitely think some of the cards that we definitely should start playing is we have to play a Titanic Lad just for the big monsters. We get Super Poly into it. Right now we don't have that many Super Poly targets, so we definitely kind of want to play some of those cards. I don't need the second app clone still. Once we get that branded in red, we are going to bump this up to 3 and maybe take it to Lubellion, just because, you know, this is so good. And we have the Chimera now, so we have something to go into. We never thought, oh, hey, we needed these Ogres. And then we might bump up Hedgehog to 2 because we find it to be settled a lot. And once we get, like, the Pfeiffer package, we're going to end up putting in some El Shaddai fusions here if we get a Masquerade and stuff like that. And with a lot of the builds right now, we might put back these into the side deck. So we have lots of things we're going to change very soon, especially with, like, next week we got $20. We already had the polymerizations, so we're just hoping to get like one ad lib, a branded in red, and maybe some Forever Patchwork stuff where we can see what we can trade for that stuff, and then we'll see what we can change in the extra deck. Anyways, thanks for staying tuned, and we'll see you next week.